Certainly when I reflect on being a younger coach, the majority of the times I would be one of the only women, even in coach programs. You know, even now there's times where you might be, you know, one of two women in rooms that you're in.
I was the only woman in the room. What gave me the confidence was I was an athlete. And because you've been able to draw, I have been able to draw on myself, but I was able to excel and compete at a really high level. And so what did that tell me? That told me that wherever I could go or wherever I was, I could compete.
There's one voice on my shoulder saying I'm a badass and I belong here, and then there's another shoulder that's saying, you know, you've got a whole host of women behind you, and this is important to get right. And so to do it with grace, but to do it with dignity, and you know, just to go into it with the headspace, I belong to be here, and I have something to say, and I'm going to listen to them, and they're going to listen to me.
Even though I'd sort of built confidence through my coaching career, I would listen and take things in before I felt comfortable enough or confident enough, and that is shifting, but it's still going to take time. There's still a plethora of rooms that you're in that aren't very diverse.
How do we change that narrative where women and men are as smart as each other? They just sound different.
You feel a little different, right? But I'm a big believer in self-talk. I can do this. I belong here, and you realize that every person you know has some kind of insecurity, right? Questions of themselves that make them wonder whether they belong. And so you're just kind of like, I'm good. Really important, especially for women. Women, well, I can't do this. No, you can do it, and you will.
It's very intimidating if you're in a room full of males. I think if you walk around with confidence and you feel like you can fit in, you know, in that moment, I think that's great.
Towards the start, when I first started coaching at a higher level, it was super difficult to find that balance of how do we act in front of females, what do we talk about? But I think putting yourself out there, showing the stuff that you can do, being confident in yourself, voicing your opinion is something that definitely helps when you are the only female in the room, for sure.
I have experience being the only woman in the room. You know what, I still don't even think I have the confidence to stand up and have my voice be heard. At the moment, that's something that I haven't really learned to do, because that's a part of, you know, my learning and my development that I really need to work on, and confidence is a huge part of that.